tracking down this P0340 code for the camshaft sensor. I looked on the wiring diagram and was able to find out that the third connector over on the ECU from the left side, under the glove box here, the bottom left blue wire, and they call it light blue, and the yellow above it. See there on the left is the camshaft sensor, blue, yellow, and on the right is the crankshaft
If you
sensor.
take a multimeter on the resistance setting to that, I got 1.150 ohms. Let's see. Actually, and that was on the 2K setting, so I think that should actually equal 1,150 ohms. And I got that same reading under the hood at the actual sensor for resistance. Now the other thing to check, I'm going to get these plugged back in, and then I'm going to back probe those two, which will be a little hard to fit in considering this covers up, see? And I'm going to check the AC voltage. The AC voltage, not the AC amperage. So the AC voltage, and see if I get the 0.1 at idle, and then 0.2, 0.3, 0.4 at idle when I'm set on this 200 setting. So that'll be my next step, and then I'll be able to verify that all the wiring from the sensor up to here is connected and working good and sending the right signal into the ECU, and that everything on that camshaft sensor is as it should be. And then figure out where this low or hard start or low or rough idle is really coming from, if I can eliminate this. Now they say worst case scenario you need a new ECU, but I really don't think there's any reason to believe I would need that, and I've read that other people have also tried to get a new one and it didn't make any difference, so I'm not going to go in and swap that right now. But there was an odd thing someone brought up, that the alternator could be going bad and sending making too much noise onto the wire harness and causing that P0340 code. So I really don't want to have to buy and test another alternator either, because it can be expensive. So now you see I've very surgically back probed in, very hard to get. I got two little sewing needles in there, and it's going 1.095. It was 1.15 before, so small difference, but that's on this setting here. And now I'm going to flip over to AC voltage here, and when I start the car, I should have about 0.1. So let's hope it starts. Turn off this AC. There we go. 0.1, good. So the ECM is getting the right value, but you can hear it's a little bit of a rough idle. And it's at 1,000 RPMs right now. So let me give it some gas. You want to see this go up. Yeah, so that was about 2,000 RPMs, up to 3,000 RPMs, and it got to 0.4. So I know my camshaft sensor is working. Let's turn this baby off. And I am glad this truck started on the first try. I may be getting past this problem that I have with the truck not starting on the first try. It may in fact have just been some old gas, or the injectors needing to be cleaned out and cleaned through to get this truck running better. So I am hopeful for that. We're idling at about 1,000 RPM, and I'll probably hook this guy up and see what we get. I'm out here in Florida, no shoes on, fixing the car. Such a wonderful life at night. Wife's inside the house doing who knows, browsing on Instagram probably. So let's hook this guy up, see what we got here. There we go. Yeah, see, we got the red. It's warning me, mill status on. So previous erased data. Usually I say no, and then I read the codes, stored codes. It says I have 1 out of 1. Okay, camshaft position sensor. Still got my 0.1 there hovering. RPMs are starting to go lower. 1 out of 1. Yeah, that's all I have. So I'm gonna try to clear the codes even while it's running here. Yes. Yes.
So now I don't have much time on this battery. I got the red and green plugged in, pin 24 and 25, testing the resistance of the crankshaft sensor. That's good. So now I'm going to flip over to AC voltage and see what I can get when I turn this bad boy on. I can't. It's on. And I'm getting this string right here. 1.8. I'm going to push some gas. Yep, it's going up. Yeah, about up to 2,000 RPMs. It's going up. So crankshaft and camshaft sensors data is going into the ECU. So I'm happy about that. Maybe my problem's not here within these, even though that P0340 is pointing to the camshaft sensor. Maybe that's not really the problem.